All right, guys, if you remember when September started, I couldn't believe that we were finally in the NFL season. But we're deep into it now. It's been going, and it's been up, it's been down. But as always, football's been fun. And with the DraftKings Sportsbook, you never have to miss out on any of the action. So you can bet on all of your favorite teams and cash in every single week. So you're always in the game. All you got to do is bet $5 or more and get $150 in bonus bets instantly at the DraftKings Sportsbook by making any pregame wager of $5 or more to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook right now. Download the app. Use the promo code DCTV. Bet $5 or more and get $150 in bonus bets instantly at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And I'm so happy to be partnering up with him. And the crown is yours right now. Let's go. Another episode of Funky and the Champ. I'm fat. Jamal's like skinny fat. Right? You're skinny fat.
Take it back.
Today I chose violence.
I'm suing. Sue them. I had to mute on for the fight. Sorry, Daniel. I did mute you.
You guys are going to be lifetime enemies because of the shit you say the moment you get a microphone in your face. Bro, you're crazy. Yo, what up, guys? I'm back, and I'm back with the boy, Ben Askren. You guys know, time for Funky and the Champ. Ben, what's up, baby? How you doing? You look good. Where you at?
Good. I'm down in Australia, actually, the land down under. I'm doing something with your boys, Train Alta, today. We're doing, some wrestling seminars with a family vacation.
Oh, so you're on vacation there?
Well, I am doing some wrestling seminars, but I have my whole family here. We did a lot of fun things. We saw some penguins, saw some kangaroos. We did the Great Ocean Road, all kinds of stuff.
Wait, why aren't your kids in school? Why are your kids not in school?
Bro, they don't learn in school. School's too easy.
Wait, seriously, why aren't your kids in school, bro? Like, seriously,
we just said they're missing school. It's not a big deal.
I'll call CPS on you. You know what that is, huh?
School's easy, Daniel. School's easy. I was giving them math problems in the car yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, really.
It's so crazy whenever I meet a person that thinks they're smarter than the teachers. You think you're smarter than the people tasked with teaching our youth. Did you know what the great Whitney Houston said? I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. If you're the one teaching our children, I don't know if I'm okay with it, bro.
America's going to be amazing.
Professionals.
Have a lot of freedom, a lot of innovation.
Okay. All right, I guess. Hey, I saw a kangaroo on the golf course when I was in Australia. Like, they actually are just running around, and I heard they're very dangerous. Very dangerous.
They told me they're very dangerous. I heard that. But I'll give you the but. I didn't get to see any in the wild, which I was disappointed about, but there was like nature sanctuary that we went to the first day we were here. And it's wild. They don't have liability here. There's no fences. You could there's like a little rope, and these kangaroos are just hanging out. Like, I easily could have stepped over the rope and messed with the kangaroos. Yeah, but I was warned that they're dangerous.
But then you'd be the person that kind of like goes and does things that you're told not to do, when in reality it's life or death. Like, don't climb in the tiger cage. Don't mess with the bears. But people do that, and then they die, and then you wonder. Like, it doesn't make any sense. All right, Ben, let's get to topics. First topic. Sean Strickland has long been a guy that has been a bit controversial, to say the least. All right? Mm-hmm. But he seems to be getting his flowers from a lot of people right now. Even Dricus Du Plessis the other day had glowing words for Sean Strickland as a champion. What do you make of that? Is that a mistake by Du Plessis to be showing Strickland that level of respect, knowing that you're the guy that has to you are tasked with trying to take the belt off of him?
No, I don't hate it at all. And the quote, what he said was that Sean Strickland was not afraid to fight him. I think acknowledging the truth is really important. And no, Sean Strickland is not afraid to fight him.
He's not afraid.
He likes to fight. He fights really often. Sean Strickland, even, I think it was either one or two fights, he took that one fight where it was kind of a no-name Russian, where a lot of dudes won't take that fight, and he just took it, no big deal. So no, he's that guy, and I think it's important to acknowledge the truth. And if you're lying, people are gonna know. Like if he's saying Sean Strickland's afraid of me, people are like, no, he's not.
But that's not the case though. So everybody that says this guy's afraid, they're lying. You think every time someone says a fighter's afraid, they're lying. So when Khamzat Chimaev says stuff like this guy doesn't want to fight me, he's afraid, you think he's lying.
You think that doesn't happen? I absolutely think it happens where guys want specific fights and they won't sign contracts. And you know, the part of the fear for a lot of fighters, it's actually very rarely is like a physical fear, right? Because what we do all the time is fight people in the gym. For most people, it's a psychological fear of being embarrassed. That's what they're really scared of. They don't want to be embarrassed because
you're not. You don't have that.
No, I think I don't have it because I lost so many times when I was a kid. I wasn't good at wrestling, so I just lost a lot. And my way to get better was just to keep competing until I got better. And
but sometimes you like put yourself in situations that are going to be very, very difficult to get through. And then like, I don't get it because I am at least smart enough. I'm not smarter than you. I will never claim that. I think you're brilliant. I think you're brilliant in regards to a lot of things. Where I don't think you're the smartest is in competition because you think you can beat anybody in anything. Yeah. Look, I'm a competitive guy, but that thing that you have has allowed people to do great things. Nobody thought you'd beat Tyrone Lewis to make the Olympic team, but you. Nobody thought that, so you did. But then you also thought, I'm going to go beat this dude in the boxing match. You also thought, I'm going to go wrestle Jordan Burroughs in the middle of his prime.
Hold on. I thought you were going to bring that up. I had no illusions I was going to beat Jordan Burroughs, right?
Well, why wrestle him then?
Okay, because here, I'll tell you exactly what we've had to have this conversation before.
We've never talked about this shit. I don't get it.
Here's the deal. In 2017, I retired from one championship, right? I love wrestling. I really genuinely love wrestling. And so I asked Brian Snyder, hey, can I come train with Jordan Burroughs? And I went down there and I trained with him for 4 days just because I want to see what it was like. I want to scrap with him a little bit, you know? And he beat me. And, you know, I'm still scrappy. So it's not he just totally killed me every practice, but we worked over 4 days straight. I knew how that match was going to go. Well, Beat the Streets calls me. And they said, do you want to wrestle Jordan Burroughs? And I said, you know, it's like someone fell out. And it was, I know I'm not going to win. He did. There's no way I was going to beat him. I trained with him for 4 days. And then, but I love Beat the Streets. I want to do them a favor. It'll bring a lot of attention to wrestling.
Yes.
I want to do that. And that was it. It was like,
but I'm not disagreeing that it's positive. But it's like a thing that has made you win in a lot of situations that most didn't think you could. But it also makes you go into situations where it's like, dude, I don't care how many times Jamil Kelly tries to trick me into thinking I can wrestle Kyle Snyder. I'm like, no, I can't. He's going to tech me. And then it's going to be embarrassing because I have that thing in me that makes me feel embarrassment. You don't. But it's like, if Sean Strickland, if Dricus Du Plessis says that, I think Sean Strickland's scared of me. People don't maybe not believe him, but it's not embarrassing when they say, well, you're lying. Because I think it's like you have to build a fight. You have to. And you got to do something.
Yeah, I think, you know, I don't have a problem with it. I always felt like if I didn't have something bad to say about someone, I didn't want to say it. So like Robbie Lowe, I thought he was great. You know, I still think he's a good dude. I don't want to say nothing bad about him because I don't got nothing bad to say about him. So I don't have an issue. And I think there's a thing like I'm sure there's someone in this book, and obviously like John Jones, you don't like him, so there's a genuine animosity.
It's easy to say stuff.
It's easy to say stuff, and there's enough things that you can pick out to say, right? It kind of makes an easy target sometimes. But right, if you have a genuine like respect for someone, I'm sure there's someone. Why would you feel the need to say something bad about them? Like you're still going to compete as hard as you are. Daniel, you're a professional. You know, I got a great example for you. I was trying to think of an example in my head. Mo, when you and Mo were 1-2 in America, you probably liked him a lot. You probably had a high respect for him, but you still wanted to go beat him, and you went and competed hard. And you were successful, right?
Yes,
That's
but I never. Example. But even in that, though, right? Even though we were friends and remained friends, I didn't feel like I needed to publicly tell people that all his positives. I don't feel like you have to go out and tell people all his positives.
But we were wrestling, so no one gave a shit, so no one asked you. But what if I would have asked you? What if I would have asked you?
But even in MMA, though, right? Like, so what for me, and this only will go, like, Dricus Du Plessis, to me, is the best. You know why? Because he literally takes no offense to anything I say, because he must understand the job. So he doesn't get mad when I say he might have messed up by not fighting Izzy that night. He still does the interview. He doesn't get mad if you judge him on something he says. He still does the interview. He kind of understands the job, so he doesn't really take offense to it, whereas most fighters do. So I like Dricus Du Plessis, and this is just going to go into the long list of things that I have said that he probably disagrees with. I just don't know that you have to publicly tell a dude, hey, man, you're pretty good, man. You fight everyone.
But what if someone asked you? What if they asked you point blank? What if I asked you? Let's just say King Mo, because that was an example we brought up, that you guys were good friends and he was really, really high level competitor to you. What if I said, hey, Daniel, what do you think about Mo going into this match? Would you have tried to put him? You wouldn't have tried to put him down. You would have said
what I would. Can I tell you what I would have done? I would have spoke. This is what people do in competitive situations when they know someone. You say something good about them, but then you follow it with a negative. Well, he's really good at this. But is that true? Am I lying? Am I lying? People who are super competitive, they give you a compliment, but then it's followed by an insult. Like, that's the way it works, and that's probably what I would have done. I would have said, you know what?
That's when you know they're not genuine.
He does a great job. His double leg, his hand fighting. He's gotten really good since going to Colorado Springs. But if you really pay attention to what he does this wrong, or he does this wrong. That's what happens. So that's probably what I would have done. And
oh my God,
that might be what Dricus Du Plessis did, and we're just kind of missing it. But yes, I would have complimented him, but those compliments would have been followed by an insult, because that is kind of who I am. I'm petty. So, Ben, that's kind of what it would have been. And sadly, most people do that, bro. Like, I'm telling you, talk to competitive people, especially active athletes, and they'll do the same thing. All right, Ben. Yeah. So, one of the hottest names in mixed martial arts is Khamzat Chimaev. He took the world by storm. He is just, honestly, he is just hell on wheels. He does tend to slow down as the fight goes longer. He hurt himself in the Kamaru Usman fight, said that he's having hand surgery, said that he wants to fight at UFC 300. Bro, one Colby Covington, who generally has a lot to say, had something to say about this. Colby said they were looking at setting up that fight with that MF Chimaev, but he's unprofessional. He's a clown. He's out there laughing when he's missing weight by 10 pounds, making a fool of this publicly traded, beautiful company of the UFC, making a fool laughing while you're ruining the main event of a pay-per-view. So he's not accountable. He's not someone they can trust in that spotlight. That's Colby Covington. Pulls no punches as he normally does. When you hear that Khamzat Chimaev wants to fight at UFC 300, A, who would you like to see him compete against? And B, what do you make of Colby Covington's comments?
Well, I'm still on the conspiracy theory about them telling Khamzat to miss weight and switch doing the switch up with
so you actually, you're so
I think that's a possibility.
Dude, that's impossible because of the listen.
No,
Nate Diaz was leaving. They didn't want Nate Diaz left after beating Tony Ferguson on a victory. If you're leaving a company, if you're leaving a job, they don't want you to leave in the way that you're valuable. They would have liked for him to lose. I think that's why he got Khamzat. Could you imagine if he fought Khamzat?
It just worked out too good, bro. It just, I don't know. It just worked out too nice for him. But the Chimaev now, it's obvious he should be fighting against the winner of Strickland versus Du Plessis.
So you wanted to fight the title right away?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Man, what about the rest of these dudes? What about Izzy? What about Robert Whitaker now? Oh no, Robert Whitaker got beat by Dricus. If Dricus wins, Robert Whitaker's out. What about Jared Cannonier, who is on the win streak? Like, what about these guys?
In there. We've been talking about Chimaev fighting for the title since 2020, right? I think it was that Corona era, right? When it was the Fight Island and he won a bunch of fights real quick. Like, let's put him in there. Was he 13-0 now?
Yeah, he's got a big record, but Ben,
Yeah.
the reason we've been talking about him fighting for the belt is because he's looked so good. But
Yeah.
I will say this. He lost, or he won all of his fights. He looked like a world beater in the beginning. But when he has been in there with guys like Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't look as crazy dominant because now he's fighting the best guys in the world.
UFC champ, UFC title contender, right? Those are guys. That's a guy who won the title twice and a champ.
I get it. I get that it's going to be tougher, obviously. But I'm saying, like, we thought that he was going to buzz through every human being.
I didn't think that. No,
yeah,
no,
you
that
did. Yeah, you
no,
did.
bull crap.
You have literally told me off the record. You and Chase Saldate, who used to wrestle
right now.
Was that you and Chase Saldate?
Right now.
You and Chase Saldate, who used to wrestle for me, wrestles for Michigan State now, talks about Khamzat Chimaev as if he could wrestle Olympic level guys. Olympic level guys. How would Khamzat do against
that?
Yes, you did. How would Khamzat do against this dude? How would Khamzat do? You guys actually compare MMA fighters to wrestlers, which is crazy because you're as involved in this sport as anyone.
You're crazy right now. You are talking crazy. You're funny. You are funny. Okay, listen. I think he's a very good wrestler. I think in a wrestling match, Nickal. I'm putting my money up on Nickal.
How good? Top 3 and top 5 in the world? Top 10? Like what? How good is Khamzat a wrestler?
No, probably not that. I mean, 86 kilograms drops off pretty quickly, which is probably the weight class he would be in.
Yeah.
America's got a lot of good guys. Iran's got a lot of good guys. No, probably not. No, I don't know. Somewhere down there.
So you're saying Bo Nickal beats him in a fight or a wrestling match?
Wrestling match. I don't know about a fight. I'm not sure. We got to watch both fights some more before that. But if it's a wrestling match, you bet on Chimaev. I'll bet on Bo Nickal.
But I never said I wanted to bet Chimaev. You're trying to paint me into a corner now. You're trying to paint me into a corner now in a wrestling match. I'm not doing
words in my mouth. So I mean, you did that.
Well, dude, you have said off the record that. But anyhow,
do not say that. You stop it.
Anyhow, what did you? The wrestling community is gonna be really pissed off at you. All your subscribers on FRL are gonna just like fall off. Like we ain't listening to this dude no more. Ben, listen though. What do you make of Colby's comments though? Saying that they tried to make a Khamzat versus Colby fight. Colby hasn't fought now for a long time.
Yeah.
Part of that is because I think he knew he had a title fight in hand and he wasn't going to mess that up. Do you think that if they offered Colby Covington a fight with Khamzat, he was like, okay, I'll do it? Or you think Colby said, no, this guy's not professional? Because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like to me like Colby said, we can't trust him.
Yeah, it's pretty wild because Colby has not fought since March of 2022. So we're talking that's 21 months of not fighting. It's a really long time. I don't know whether to believe him or not on that one. I'm not really certain whether they actually tried to make that fight. But Chimaev also has not been super active, right? So he fought. He was super active. He did 3 fights in 2020 in like 2 months, right? It was July, September. And then he didn't fight again for another year till October of 2021. And then he fought again April, but then he hasn't fought. He's fought 1 time in a year, which was Usman. So he's kind of been a little slow again. He's had these periods of inactivity. So honestly, I don't know whether to believe Colby. I would probably just lean towards not believing him, since he's the one that hasn't fought in 22 months. And if he wanted to fight, he probably would have fought.
How are you in Covington? Good? You guys are good?
No, I think he's an idiot.
What? Why?
Yeah.
Like, has time not healed the wound?
Like, where did it start? Or like what like
I just don't understand.
One time, Daniel, this is 2000 and I'm gonna take you back 2009. This dude, now he was like a good college wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Like he's All-American 1 time, but once.
He's a 2-time All-American, I believe.
No. He's counting as Juke All-American. That one doesn't count.
Okay, go ahead.
That one don't count.
Okay.
This dude, so he's beating this Arizona State kid I'm coaching, and he just mean mugging me the whole time. And it's like, bro, why are you looking at me? I would pin you in 30 seconds. Like, stop looking at me. Like he was just like a strange dude, It's like, come on, you suck. Like, get out of here.
No, but you just said he's good.
Now he's good at fighting. He is a very
he's good at wrestling. He was a good college
well,
wrestler.
he was good. There's levels, Daniel. It's like you were Olympian. You would consider someone who's a one-time college All-American like not all that good. You'd smash him.
You're so funny.
Would you or not? I'm over here telling the truth. You're just making up stories this time.
I'm not going to put myself into this position like you're doing right now, where I'm calling people out. I never said that. But
no, he did. He was making funny eyes at me. So Colby's been like just kind of a strange dude. I don't know. I thought since the beginning, but he is very good at fighting. Do
you think he wins next week? Do you think he wins against Leon Edwards?
I kind of feel like, part of it's we haven't seen him in 22 months. That's a big part of it. But Leon Edwards has just continued to improve and get better. His takedown defense has gotten better and better and better. And I think he outstrikes him. So I'm going to say Leon Edwards, but I'm not like, it's like a 60-40. Like I think there's 60% chance Leon wins, 40% chance Colby wins. I would prefer Leon because I think Colby's annoying. I don't know what you would prefer.
Dude, why? You're crazy. I saw Colby Covington on an ESPN interview the other day at Trump Dorrell National, and he came on a helicopter. It was the sickest entrance I have seen for an interview in a really long time. Did you see Brett Okamoto walking all tough like he was on the Brett? This is not your airplane, Brett. This is not your airplane. Brett's like, did you see Brett? I was like, it's like, you could have secondhand embarrassment. Like when you see somebody and you're embarrassed because they're behaving that way. I watched Brett Okamoto get off the helicopter like he was just this big shot. It's Colby's helicopter, Brett.
Why are you bullying Brett Okamoto right now?
Brett's like getting off the helicopter like he's freaking Colby Covington. That's secondhand embarrassment, Brett. Calm down. Okay, Ben, I know you're on vacation, so I got to let you go. First off, you said you probably believe Khamzat Chimaev, and you do want to see him at UFC 300, right? Which I believe will be headlined by Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Still?
I do.
Aren't we only, how close are we? 3 months, 4 months?
It's in April. It's April. 300 is like around April. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Conor just had a new baby. Conor just had a new baby. Michael Chandler put out a statement the other day saying that he's good. He said Conor's trying to stall him out, but he's going to wait for him. Mike, of course you're going to wait for him. Like, you're a very smart man. Like, why wouldn't you? The only way you don't wait for Conor McGregor is if you're, like, about to get a title shot. But if you're in Mike's position and you're not necessarily, like, close to the championship, you're waiting for Conor McGregor. And Mike seems like a guy that's pretty good at, like, managing his money.
Yeah, it sucks, though, because now it's been – he hasn't fought in over a year now. So 2022. He did get busy. He was 3 fights in 2021, which is great. 2 in 2022. Hasn't fought in over a year now. But I don't hate the theory that Conor's trying to wait him out. Like, it seems like if Conor wanted to happen, it would have happened. I mean, right? They've been talking about fighting for how long now?
And can I tell you something that's kind of weird to me? You know, it's kind of weird to me. Oh, my God. I saw the USADA people the other day in Austin. And I went into the room. They always had a room for USADA. And I said, guys, thank you. I appreciate the work you guys have done. I said, because it went far in legitimizing the UFC as a product by having such a recognizable name. And we did all the pleasantries, right?
Yeah.
Next week is their last show. Conor McGregor is in the USADA testing pool. He has to be in the USADA testing pool for 6 months. USADA's gone. Why can't they just fight? I don't understand.
That's what I said. Like, why did he even get in the pool? And
6 months.
It was so weird. Why did they get in the pool? But why do you even get in it at all when they're gone in 2 months?
That's what I'm saying.
In October. Weird.
It makes no sense. Some of the shit that happens in the world, dude, I'm always kind of like, what the hell? This makes no sense. Like, zero sense.
Has he taken any tests? Have you have they tested him?
I'm not. You seem like the type of person that would actually be on the USADA website seeing if people got tested. Like, I don't. Dominic Cruz says stuff like, I don't research. Yeah, I'm not researching to that degree. I don't care who got tested. I just love that they are getting tested. But it's weird though. Like, why get in the testing pool if they're gone in 2 months? Like, just doesn't.
Yeah, that's super weird.
It doesn't make any sense. All right, last thing before I let you go, Ben. I know you're on vacation. Alex Pereira's coach, Glover Texeira, and friend said maybe we see him at heavyweight and he gets 3 championships. Is this Conor used to say that? Is this the most realistic guy that could potentially win a heavyweight title and be a 3-division champ?
I mean, at this point, I'm going to say yes, for sure. He is the most likely. But I was talking when I thought 3 titles, it wasn't you won in 3 different weight classes. It was that you held them all. But
simultaneously, double champ is simultaneous.
Simultaneous. Yes. And obviously, whatever, it's still impressive because I don't believe no one's ever done it, correct?
What?
No. 3 different weight classes.
3? Nobody's done 3. Nobody. 9 people have done 2.
No, okay. So I would say he absolutely has a chance.
Or 10.
But I'm picking Aspinall or John Jones over Pereira.
Right. Well, my biggest issue for him is this. He still can be taken down. That's
Issue. John and Aspinall they got solid takedowns.
And they're big. They're big. Because right now, I see this dude doing crazy stuff, man. I watch him take Yuri Prochazka by the hands. And did you see the fight?
Yeah, of course.
You know how he defended ground and pound? By grabbing Yuri's wrist and not letting him punch. He was holding. Weird. How big are his hands?
You still roll your wrists out of there and
elbows, right? That's not being a wrestler. I think a really good wrestler could cause some issues because you know how to roll to the elbow, you know how to wrist fight, you know how to pummel with your hands. Like, can still be an issue. I think ultimately,
I got a deep question for you, Daniel. This is a whole other topic, but I've had like 3 people in Australia ask me about this, and this is I always thought this, and I've never asked you, but are you the one who taught Khabib the wrist ride stuff?
So Khabib and them knew how to ride the wrist a little bit. What we did was I was showing him just collegiate wrestling. Ben.
Yeah, folk style, because it's endemic to folk style wrestling.
Yes. So what we did, Ben, when those guys all were there, and we all started, when I first got to AKA and I first started coaching, I would run all the wrestling practices. So, Ben, I taught these guys how to wrestle. I taught them stand-ups. I taught them referee's position. I taught them how to chop and ride. I taught them all those like base collegiate skills because my belief is if you want to wrestle in mixed martial arts, you better learn to wrestle because otherwise you don't apply it
folk
very
style
well.
Wrestle.
You learn folk style wrestle. So I won't take credit for it because those guys were riding wrist before, but just teaching or showing different ways to get to those positions. Inside wrist chop.
It kind of sounds like you're a traitor and we need to kick you out of the country for making the Russians good fighting.
No, they're really good at it now. Hey, dude, there's an old school video that came up and I was teaching Khabib how to get to the clinch, inside knee, sit him to the inside hip. Dude, I'm going to find that video and put it at the end of this video. This was when he didn't even speak English. So if anybody thinks I'm lying, I'll get Luis to find that video, Ben, and show it. But I was just kind of teaching him how to go into the shot. Knee goes inside. It was crazy because I don't even remember doing it to see him apply it so effectively as his career went on. He was a sponge, though, man. Made it easy. But I think it will be hard, though. To heavyweight would be tough just because of the wrestling aspect. And once he gets down, the amount of weight that those guys have.
Adesanya kept him down, right?
Adesanya kept him down. Yuri kept him down. Everybody that's taken him down have been able to hold him down for extended periods of time. So,
yeah, and if John Jones or Tom Aspinall are on top of you, that's gonna be not good.
If John Jones is on top of you and you're laying there, he's gonna elbow you. Like if he was holding John's wrist, John's so long, he would elbow him and really tear him apart from the top. It's crazy.
Yeah, he still would have the right. Sorry, because I do have to. He would have the potential to land something hard on the way in. But once he's down, it's probably not going to be great.
And he does some weird stuff when he's defending takedowns still, too. He does some weird stuff. All right, my boy, Ben, you are the man. We appreciate it, bro. Go and enjoy your family, enjoy Australia, and we'll get back next week. Guys, until next time, like, subscribe, tell your friend that I got a YouTube channel, and I'm getting with Funky and the Champ all the time. Until next time, peace.
Yeah.